out to pat him, he'll like snap at you and bite your hand.
Right.
Why do you think that is, Haiti? Why do you think that is?
Well, I assume
Easy, boy, easy.
Yeah, Haiti, go ahead. Why do you think that is, Haiti?
Oh, abuse. Years of abuse.
Yeah, thank you. There you go.
You've been the resident.
Okay, smell my hand. Smell my hand, Toast. Smell my hand. Jesus. Wow, guys, this one's. I think he's been abused. I think he's really closed off.
Not good with other dogs, small children.
Yeah, like if you know how you go to PetSmart and then the little cat in there, it says like, "Hi, my name is Mr. Tuxedo. I don't do well with other cats." What would Toast say? Hi, my name is Toast. I just like technology and anything modern. I don't do well with other cats.
Starts foaming at the mouth, yeah. Be nice.
I just feel like, you've just done a few like really bad things that people can't quite. Because otherwise, I think you'd be fine, right?
I like listen, Haiti. I know I'm fine. It's just that I hold some really problem.
And that wasn't. Go on.
I didn't hear what you said. What? Go ahead again.
Well, I'm just saying that you seem to have really crossed the line with some people. There might not be any coming back from. If you hadn't done I bet if you hadn't done 4 or 5 things, you would be completely, uncontroversial, and everyone would tease you a little bit, and it would all be fine.
Yeah. Do you know what it's like to be a theist in these sorts of communities?
I don't think anyone gives a shit you're a theist, dude.
See, that's where you're wrong, Haiti.
Oh,
appreciate the difference.
Yes.
You gotta appreciate the difference between an atheist and a theist in these sorts of communities and rooms.
I don't.
Yeah, but there's a lot of theists that they walk around these rooms. They're like day walkers, They're just they come in, they're completely unburned by the sun. They leave, nothing, no problems.
I might be the only day walker in this community.
You're not a day walker, though, right?
I think I swear I am. I feel like I'm one of the only people who've gotten so close to the community and remained a day walker.
No, you're not, because a day walker is able to come in here and talk about their beliefs. That'd be like a Converse or a underscore Joe or something like that. And people aren't
No. Listen, I've got huge issues with underscore Joe and Converse. Fuck them. Fuck both of them, honestly.
Why don't you like Converse?
It's there's there, right?
Because he's an actual day walker? You don't actual day walker?
There's no sort of passion or emotion or some sort of
I'm not a day walker metaphor. Just people who mildly talk about religion, but don't piss people off.
In a blase, passive.
Blase.
They're not challenging anybody, right?
They're not annoying like Matt or John or.
It's not about annoyance. It's rather they lack any sort of really real passion in their voices.
Yeah, but you
don't.
You barely do apologetics, right? So it can't be because you're a theist.
He doesn't do.
In fact, he does the opposite of apologetics. He actively puts forward, problems for his own religion, like God regretted creation.
That's right.
That's
the opposite.
No, that's not true.
The opposite.
I'm just.
He's actively aiding in the falsification of Jesus.
Screw you guys, man. No, wait. Why would I be abetting this sort of dismissal of
because you're dumb.
The Bible? No, I'm not.
Because you didn't think about it.
I'm just. It's not that it's not true, right? I'm just giving you the Bible verse. Holy shit! You make it sound like I'm not telling the truth or something.
Doesn't it give you pause as a theist?
No, it doesn't. That's the point. That's why I bring it up, Haiti, because it doesn't bring me pause.
Do you know what I was going to say? Because you stopped me before I said it. So what was I going to say?
You said bring me pause. I can only assume what you were going to say next.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Right,
bring him pause. Are you still doing the pet analogy thing?
Shit.
Pause are all messed up from all the fighting.
Toast,
Dog.
Any
Post
paw
pet shop
treats
info
for me?
card also says, no catnip for me. Wine coolers, welcome.
Well, catnip is like the alcohol of the cat world, right? That gets them a little.
No, wine coolers is the alcohol of the cat world.
No, I don't.
I think it's like a drug. I think catnip is like more of like a drug rather than like an alcohol. But
Anyway, the thing that I thought it would give you pause is that,
Very smart.
again, I think I've already said this, an omniscient God regretting something he did is just a contradiction.
and I don't take it to be as such, right?
Well,
Lest I wouldn't have mentioned it or know about it.
okay. Go ahead.
Right.
I'm just going to hand wave and say, nuh-uh.
I mean, don't you think I'd have like some sort of defense
Go ahead.
if I brought it up?
All he is.
Cool. All right. Okay. Right. So again, when you guys like brought up like the idea of like God created mankind for His glory, which again I agree with like on principle, but also there was this notion that like whatever that like even after God brought mankind into existence, He realized like just how like problematic free will and the human like condition is. That it would lean itself more to like self-abasement.
He came to realization, which means like he figured something out. He had some sort of like new awareness of like some sort of
I think he had a new awareness when he realized.
Although he knows everything.
You can't see the future.
Well, that's the problem, right? Why would the Bible have a verse which states explicitly that God regretted?
Dudes writing it. That's
No,
why.
I don't think it's just like dudes or humankind writing it. I think that God really did regret making mankind, right? And there's some sort of like
The future, right? Is that are you one of these?
Oh my god.
God can see the future.
I'm not a Calvinist. That's what you're asking.
I'm asking if you think God can see the future.
I'm not a Calvinist. No.
So you don't think
God can
you don't.
It's not a
What?
Calvinist thing.
Now you
It's
got-
not a Calvinist thing.
It's purely a Calvinist thing. I don't think God has like a perfect, a foresight of the future. No, right? Or else God would have known like, okay, humankind was a mistake,
exactly.
and I ought not create them.
So you're saying the Bible shows that God can't see the future.
I'm saying that the Bible shows that God regretted something, which is that like, he didn't have like perfect understanding of the consequences of the future.
And like John,
We didn't have all knowledge then.
so he can't.
God didn't have perfect knowledge. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So that now we've got like more problems.
Again, I think I'm totally, consistent within like my worldview so far. Right? Like I've already like grasped all this. This isn't like new for me.
I don't. I'm not. It's not. This is John Lee stuff. I've been doing this. I've heard all these questions.
No, I'm just saying like
Yes!
even you atheists are just like, oh well, this can't be real, right? Like God's omniscient, omnipresent, perfect foresight. Of course, He couldn't regret anything. Well, no,
Yeah.
I'm just saying like it is totally the case that God regretted something. That's
Right.
what I'm stating, right? Like it's a more like nuanced
All right.
view of what God is and isn't.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't think God can see the future? So is he
Saying
not? Hello. Is he not outside time?
Yeah, to some degree, he's outside of time. Yeah, atemporal.
Some degree.
Look, I'm just saying, like he had regrets. God has regrets.
Just saying that, and like I agree.
Why can't, I mean, you guys like clearly don't agree. Like
No.
As far as like the atheists are concerned, like other Calvinists, like God is incapable of regrets.
Look, if he's capable of regrets, that's fine. That means he can make mistakes, right? That means he's not infallible. That means he's not omniscient.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's the God I believe in. Then. Okay.
You want to bite all these bullets?
Well,
And cover more.
I'll bite the bullets. No problem. Yeah.
Okay.
Nom.
He's not infallible and he's not omniscient. Fantastic.
he's like a dude.
He's like a dude now. He's just like, fucked up. Oh.
Well, yep.
Right.
People can make mistakes. People can regret.
Yeah, people
something.
can. Yeah, people can.
I guess even God Himself can regret something, right?
And then
in
the
verses
Lord said, oopsie.
Yeah, but the Koine Greek, the Koine Greek.
Oh,
Well, that is
yeah,
the Koine. Oopsie.
Yeah, give me the Strong's. What is it? Strong's. What the fuck is it?
Yeah. Upsilon, pi, sigma,
Concordance.
Iota.
Concordance?
Yeah, Strong's Concordance.
Oopsie.
So his the things he decides to do is contingent on what humans choose to do. Right?
Yeah, free will is a thing, I
So he's
suppose, right?
not-
Isn't that what it's stated?
He's not sovereign.
That we have free will? Sorry, God.
He's not sovereign.
I think there is sovereignty of God and at the same time free will of man.
Right.
Yeah.
So his actions are contingent on what men choose to do.
Yeah, I think that there's plenty of Old Testament stories which state explicitly so that there is some sort of contingency on man's decision and how God sort of works around that or uses it.
So he didn't know what was going to happen. He didn't know if, I don't know, let's say Jesus would be crucified. He had no idea. It was just well, maybe they'll do
Well,
it.
I said Old Testament. I mean, Christ is a little bit of a different story.
Oh,
But,
now he can see the future. Did he know Christ was going to be crucified?
I don't know when God decided that Christ was going to be crucified.
Interesting. Isn't there a line that says it was decided before creation?
I mean, maybe perhaps it was decided when Adam first sinned.
Wow, man.
No.
Wow.
I'm not saying these aren't simple questions, right? Like when God decided to, send Christ.
Pretty sure
when Christ.
that says it was decided before creation, which would go against your theory.
Wow.
You got a verse for that, right?
Yeah.
God knew.
I mean, I'll have to dig it out, but I'm pretty sure.
Love to hear that one.
God
God had a purpose for Christ, sans creation, to send them, send him
Sure.
for the death
I'll just
of.
give me 1 second.
Where's Ben at?
You drove him away.
Wow, Toast. Wow.
I just want to rip Ben's throat.
Wow, Toast.
I don't
Wow,
fight Haiti.
Toast.
Shut up, man.
Wow.
Shut up.
Wow.
Can someone get Jane to unblock me? I'm at my wit's end. Seriously, it's just come on, just do something.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's so bad. I'm not here to
Why not have you blocked?
kill everybody. It's insane. I'm not here to go people's throats. I'm just trying to have honest conversations about theism, or my views on the world, or you want to hear about what I thought about Jerome Powell's speech the other day and how that affected the economy, or the drop in the British pound recently and how it's sort of weaker than the dollar. I'd rather talk about economics and shit.
This actually affects you? You actually care about the British pound going down?
It will affect us eventually, Tom. Whatever you think. The global economy does have a say-so in your personal life. And that's been very present.
You care about that, but you care about the eventual effects of the British pound affecting your life, but instead of ordering something online, you'll go to the store and get it instead.
I'm pointing out that I have
putting yourself out of time and money simultaneously. You're worried about the British pound.
Yeah. Whatever. I have a variety of topics that I'm capable of talking about. I've got plenty of views. I read, very regularly, on news and data and everything else. And it's I just don't think it's fair that I just get shut out, due to a few people who think that I'm not capable.
You need to actually learn to fix these things.
No, there's no fixing things. There wasn't any fixing, right? The only reason Jane blocked me was because of Snoogs going after me some weeks ago in virtue of something else, which wasn't really fair to me, right? It's not me fixing shit, Tom. It's more so the amount of bad blood in the community with me personally that causes such things. And there's not really a lot of fixing to do when it's 2 to 3 years down the line, right? It's not my fault. I'm being consistent. I don't think that I deserve to be shut out from
What are
places.
you rambling about right now?
It's just bullshit, man. I hate getting blocked. It's just so infuriating to me.
Could you just stop crying about it, though?
No, I mean, what else am I gonna do? Right? I might
Why'd
as
you
well
get
cry about
blocked?
it right
Why'd
now.
you get blocked? Why'd you get blocked?
I just explained why I got blocked, dumbass.
I don't think you actually explained why.
I just did. I literally just did.
This. I can make it all go away, okay? I can get Jane.
You can't. I don't even think that you can.
I can.
I don't think you can.
Or I'm going to tell you one thing you have to do. Are you prepared to do that one thing? And it's all going to go away.
Say pancake?
Use people's
That's
preferred
exactly what I was thinking.
use people's preferred pronouns. If you promise to do that, I'll get Jane to unblock you.
Right. Never did that 5 years ago. I won't do to that.
Then fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off.
But
Exactly, you guys.
this is in your hands, motherfucker. Your hands.
Motherfucker. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I saw you.
Oh, guys, I found a,
Oh,
dude, hold on, this reminds me, I found out how to deal with these people.
what people?
People like who do the people like Toast and who take the stance that he's taking right
Yeah.
now. I found, well, I think it's the perfect way to deal with these people, but I actually haven't tested it yet. Maybe I should try and test it, Toast. What do you think?
Are you gonna block me?
No, that's not it. I mean, I want to test it out on Toast, and I want to see if it works on him. Sorry. I want to test it and see if it works on. I'm sorry, I don't know whether or not you mentioned this, but can you tell me your preferred pronouns, Toast?
He, him.
He, him? Okay, he, him. Yeah. Okay, so I want to test and see if it works on him. Right, Toast?
I mean, can you get to the point, please?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, I've been thinking about this, and I want to try and see if he's receptive. Anyway, hold on a sec. Did you say she, her, or what is your, I forgot, dude, what is your pronoun again?
Yeah, she, her. She and her are my preferred pronouns.
Okay, I want to see if it works on her, Toast. And fuck, I'm confused. What are your pronouns again, Toast?
Go ahead, darling.
Because when I ask you this, I really want you to just like tell me what it is. Because when I ask you this question and you answer, you're legitimizing the question, and you're telling me, "Hey, Tom, I want to be referred to by this pronoun," right? Isn't that what you're doing, Toast?
Yeah, can you tell me how many, do layers of sarcasm matter when answering, a question, succinctly, or does that not matter to you?
What were your pronouns again?
Go ahead and tell him, sweetie.
Again, Hades, since I think you're the only one, really paying attention here. I'm just not gonna do it, right? Never abided by these rules from the past. Won't abide by them now. I mean, it's just just get real, guys. Come on, I'm not gonna do it.
Look, you whine and snivel about being excluded from the community. You won't follow the rules of the community, right? That's the problem.
There are no rules.
Yeah, here's a
That's the
rule.
problem.
Use people's preferred pronoun.
Why didn't we have?
So I was
in the
thinking,
past,
I was thinking about this from like one of these like obstinate ODD like pronoun people, and I was thinking like part of the reason why they take the stand that they do is they feel like, oh, if I like acquiesce to this thing, then like I'm basically saying, yeah, you are a woman or a man or whatever, right? And like I don't believe that, so I'm not saying that, right? But like just think of like, let's say if you were like Darth Dawkins and you called into the atheist experience, right? And you saw Darth Dawkins in parentheses, he, him, right? It just seems like, right, he's actually like putting that there. It's the same thing. It's like he's buying into the system. He's like, oh, here's what I identify as, right?
Well, I mean, it depends on if like
it legitimizes like the whole thing in the way that they want to not legitimize it by like calling someone else the preferred pronouns.
Tom, it depends on like the subject in and of themselves. If they're gonna like identify with like those pronouns or not.
So you
Like if the subject's not identifying with those pronouns, doesn't matter.
you identify as he, him, right?
But, well,
Yeah.
Tom already mentioned that earlier, right? Like legitimizing of like that question. Like Tom already mentioned like the meta on that.
Well, you said you identified as he, him, didn't you?
And then I mentioned
Yeah, but
specifically the
The
sarcasm.
thing is, you actually do think identify as he, him, right?
Again, sarcasm. I'm still like really deep in the sarcasm right now, guys. I'm not even like close to like giving you some sort of like true belief yet.
When you said you identified as he, him,
Do you think I was answering honestly? Katie?
we've been sarcastic.
Yeah, this has all been like it's like a few layers deep in my sarcasm.
Okay, so what are your preferred pronouns then?
Yeah, I'm not going to legitimize like that question.
Oh, Toast doesn't have preferred pronouns. Okay.
See how it's working. See?
Oh yeah, ain't no ain't no bitch prime directive. Yeah,
Well, that's
win
weird.
right.
Oh,
You're even self-aware of it.
was that JJ?
More self-aware than you guys would even understand.
I don't think it's very self.
So you would have made such a good apprentice in ancient Greece.
I don't think it's very self-aware to complain about being excluded when you can change that yourself.
Hey, I'm so impressed like how self-deluded you are sometimes. I really am.
I'm so self-deluded.
Self-deluded, yeah.
What
Self-deluded. Wow. Wow.
Wow, yeah. See, like, hey, it doesn't even matter if I can like quantify that in any sort of like substantial way, like to explain it to you. But just in virtue of me saying it, should speak volumes. Right?
No,
Because I know exactly what I mean when I say it, and
Well,
even if you don't.
but it sounds like gibberish to me. So I'm just
Right, exactly. I mean, what does self-delusion mean gibberish to you? Really?
Yeah, what's the delusion?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Well,
So unless you're prepared to say what the delusion is, I'm just gonna, assume you talk.
I see Haiti decided to just start off with the headshot, and then just
Got that verse for you, by the way, Tess.
see everything that Toast is saying. This is all just nerves. It's actually he's been headshot. He's gone. This is just nerves.
Or even decapitated. I'm just like twitching on the floor.
Twitching,
right?
yeah.
Just twitching.
There's Tess that's
Like a headless chicken.
God can see the future.
Right, go ahead.
Okay, this is 1 Peter 1:18 to 20. Blah blah blah. The precious blood of Christ, a lamb without blemish or defect, he was chosen before the creation of the world, but was revealed in his last times for your sake. So he was chosen to be the lamb, right? You know what happened to the lamb? What happened to the lamb, Toast?
It was sacrificed.
Right, and that was chosen, that was decided before the creation of the world. So tell me again how God can't see the future.
Well, that's a really bad example. All of prophecy is seeing the future, though, Toast.
What is that? How
Yeah.
is that example?
Because even if he was chosen before the creation of the world,
Sacrificed, yeah.
yeah, that doesn't. And then you're saying because it happened.
He was chosen, and it happened. I don't understand.
Being chosen before it happens, I mean, I don't know if that's seeing the future.
Well, what was he chosen for?
But at worst, it could be just another example of all of prophecy. If you're saying that's some kind of a prophecy.
No, it's not a prophecy. God chose him to be sacrificed. That's not a prophecy.
Well, God chose
That's
to create.
Ordination.
God chose to create man for his glory, and then he regretted. It's the same thing. It's just,
What?
It's not.
Why would there be a need for sacrifice if God didn't know that the fall of man would happen?
I don't know, but that's not really in that example. That assumes that the sacrifice was for the fall. Or, that doesn't show knowledge of the future.
It shows ordination of the future. This thing
Whatever.
I created, this second person of the Trinity, I created for the purpose of being a sacrifice.
Toast, if you believe in prophecy, all of prophecy is seeing the future.
That's not a prophecy.
You understand that, Toast?
Can we define prophecy again? Because I feel like there's some contention here.
I don't call that a prophecy.
Predicting something that's going to happen in the future because you know the future.
Oh,
Isn't that what Haiti just said, though?
well, I don't even call it prophecy, but I do call it knowing the future.
Why was JJ pushing back on it then?
I have no idea, because he's...
This is a better example. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, there you go, Toast. JJ White noted for you. I guess you don't need to do anything now.
Yeah, I'll take that as a W, as a win. Thank you.
No, you have to answer for prophecy, dumbass. Prophecy, if you believe a prophecy, is a clear demonstration of knowledge of the future.
Her
Or at least the claim of it.
Toast, do you think that Gilead would be your ideal society?
Look to his.
I'm not even really even familiar with enough, like with Handmaid's Tale and all that, to like even tell you what it would be like. I don't know.
It's a really good show. You should watch it.
Do you think I
It's
will?
really good.
Do you think I want to read it or watch the show?
I don't see why not. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, it seems like you would watch it and jerk off to it.
You'd be like taking notes. This is my ideal society.
Yeah, I imagine like you're just like feverishly masturbating, saying things like, muttering things like, "Oh yeah, she's so trad. Yeah, she's so trad. Oh."
Or like, kill those whores.
That's what they get. That's what they deserve.
Well, you see, getting into it.
I can't remember the last time I watched like an actual television show, Haiti.
Okay, well that's fine.
I really can't even. I think it's been like at least like 4 or 5 years since I watched like.
Yeah, but
a show.
you're just one of these people though that just like you try to like say that to be all highfalutin, but what you mean by that is that you just don't watch like a device that's like a console that sits on the floor with a remote control. You're just like watching things on the computer instead, and you think it's any different.
No, I'm serious. Like I haven't watched like season 2, episode 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't like have any sort of like consistency like watching TV shows in any capacity. I mean, I know you're
You need to be
like parse that
consistent
out
to
and,
watch a
something
TV
else,
show.
but
You don't have to be consistent to watch a TV show. You know what? You know what it takes to watch a TV show?
what?
Fucking just watch it. One.
Like, wouldn't that be like in sequential order though? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like,
See what I mean? This guy's such shit, dude.
Yeah, fuck you, man.
Alright, so if God can't see the future, how come all the prophecies come true?
That's a great question. Great question.
Yeah.
Why do all those prophecies come true? Hey, Haiti.
Me a question? Because that's not gonna work.
Huh?
Go ahead.
You said I'm not allowed to ask you questions?
No, I asked you a question, and you're not gonna answer it by asking me a question, surely.
Perhaps you can bargain?
Jesus Christ.
Do you think the crucifixion was necessary? Or do you think it just sort of happened and whatever? God's like looking down like, at the funny people doing their funny things and going, oh, that's weird. They crucified him. Oh, I guess I'll resurrect him then. What the hell?
I mean, perchance, Christ could have been killed on like a block of stone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it really would have made a huge difference.
So the sacrifice was necessary then?
Yeah, I mean, just because it was a crucifix rather than like a block of stone or like being drowned or something. I mean, there actually is like a lot of symbolism with like how Christ was like crucified and like the.
What about like death by snoo?
What's that?
Oh God!
I don't know what that
Did you
is.
watch Futurama?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Nerd, so.
Well, neither do you, right? Because you don't actually understand that reference because you actually don't watch TV, right, Toast?
Oh, headshot again.
I said that I hadn't watched any television show, in like any sort of like regular capacity in like 5 years, right? I did watch Futurama in the past. Doesn't mean like I'm not like aware of like references like in the culture today. I didn't say that.
I just don't know how you could say
Like
God.
I understand like snooze, right? If you say like Futurama, like end of the episode.
I don't even-
know.
I mean, if you can't see the future, God doesn't have a plan. You think God doesn't have a plan?
I think it's complicated, right? I don't think it's like so.
Bring all this up to
that you have
Darth
to make something
Dawkins
algebra.
instead of us. That would be much more interesting to listen to.
Well, Darth Dawkins thinks God can see the future, presumably. I don't know. Does he not? I don't know.
I'm sure he
Have you ever
does.
heard me invoke Molinism yet, Haiti?
Oh, are you Molly?
What?
Is that what we're doing now? That's
Yeah. Well, that's like sort of like my. Yeah,
Get
it's something I've been interested in like the last couple of years.
It's a word you know?
so mean.
Well,
Jake.
do you want me to like define Molinism for you?
Yes.
Sir?
I'm sure we know. I'm sure you know what Molinism is.
I'm not. I don't.
Right,
I don't-
unless
I
I
hardly know
wouldn't
what
have
it is.
invoked Molinism if I hadn't, had some sort of understanding of what it is.
I don't know. I don't understand it. Could you just tell me what you mean?
Have you tried I mean, I wanted to like say something really insulting there, but I can't do it now.
Okay. Do you want to just give up the apologetics and talk about something else?
I mean, I've been doing pretty good so far.
You're terrible.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, pretty good. I don't know about that.
Hey, did you read anything in the news today yet, or any news you've read recently?
Oh yeah. So we're thinking of buying a place in London because the pound is like fucking so good.
You can-
Hey, did you
you
think?
can go back to England?
Did you hear that the Chinese yuan went up 0.0001% today relative to the dollar?
Well, I didn't hear that, but I did hear about.
Yeah. I would ask Toast, but I know he knows about this type of stuff.
I'm more invested in the British thing because it'd be nice
Oh,
to.
I think about buying a house in London.
Well,
Oh,
it's a good deal.
London.
We fucking clean up.
yeah.
In London,
Yeah.
right? Isn't it?
Jeez,
Oh,
you're-
Can we figure out what's the law say about how many you can squeeze into a flat? Huh?
Just saying, it'd be a good investment. That's all. Fuck. Sorry. Some people, have like ideas.
all this time you've transitioned to become like an American, all for that to like just go to the wayside and go back to England.
Oh, I would love to go back to. Not back. I would love to have.
Did you just say that?
No, I'd love to have 2 homes and just divide my time between them. That would be the dream. Yeah.
Sounds like
Maybe.
you'd be happy to go back to England.
Katie, what's the first letter of your name?
H.
C?
Anyone who says, what do you mean C? Anyone who says H is low class.
Oh, is that the thing?
That is
Really?
yeah. That's
I thought maybe you'd lost it from being
no. Only
here in the colonies.
only low class people say H.
I just assumed that you said H because the H is silent.
No. It's not. It's not like everybody in England says H. Only the commoners. Okay, let's see.
The commoners.
Yeah, that's right. Oh,
Street urchins.
exactly.
Hey, Haiti, did you like? Is there like a tea that like a favorite type of like tea that you guys like have in England? Like I don't know. There's no tea culture in America. So I'm
Yeah,
just curious.
exactly. I think I already answered. Not to you, but someone else asked me this weirdly. But I must admit, I've gone away from tea.
We did talk
Really?
about tea
Yeah.
several months ago.
Never had to.
No,
never had
I've
to-
left today for my tea of choice.
JJ, you watch that
Favorite.
episode?
I did finally get to see it
Yeah, right. It's a good episode, right?
and
Oh,
haven't talked about it.
House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
Honestly, please don't take this room away from me, man. Come on, man. It's all I got right now.
Oh, I'm
Wow.
sorry. We're talking about the nuances of tea. Hold on.
Thank you. Yeah, shut
let
the
me-
fuck up. Thank you, Sansi. Thank you.
I have a lot to say about tea.
not pleased to be married. So this is a young girl who's not engaged, she's not pleased to be married, and he rapes her. And they are discovered. He shall pay her father 50 shekels of silver. And he must marry the young woman, for he has violated her. And he can never divorce her as long as he lives. Finally, a man is not to marry his father's wife. He must not dishonor his father's bed. Now this is very clear. Very clear. So shit, if you're hinging, if your evidence for God's non-existence hinges on this short pericope of Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 13 to verse 30, if your whole argument hinges on this pericope as a reason for God's non-existence, this has got to be the weakest reason I've heard to support the claim that God does not exist. You're going to have to do a lot better than that.
You're asking me to. You asking me to say God doesn't exist after you just put all this reasoning.
We're actually moving on. We're going to move on from here. See, because your argument is flaccid weak.
No, but you just give.
We are moving on from here, Sek. We are moving on from here. If you don't mind.
Okay.
This is a rubbish argument. Have you got another argument? Or when you think of a reason, we'll give an explanation or articulate why God does not exist.
Can I explain? All those arguments that you just put for because of God, they're petty as fuck. God looks like somebody that I met in my childhood, bullying. That's what God is right now to you. I can actually go through line by line and then say why God is petty. The concept that you just gave us of God is God being petty as
Sek, I'll repeat my question for you. Please articulate to us. Why the God of the Bible does not exist. Please.
Okay. Do you want me? I did this with what's this guy who does? Forget about him. Let me give you a definitive argument why God doesn't exist. Because God feeds human concept of being trivial. That's it. God cannot exist if God fits the human level of being trivial. That's how
Can you say that again? Can you say that again?
God fits the human level of being trivial. Human beings are trivial.
I can't understand what you're saying. Can you say it slowly?
Okay. God fits the level of human beings being trivial. That's why God cannot exist.
God feeds the level of human beings as being trivial.
It doesn't feed. It fits. God fits the level of human beings being trivial.
How many times is he going to have to repeat himself? So annoying. That's why people always ask you to repeat yourselves. I'm not having a go at Gavin. It's almost as though they get you to ask them to repeat themselves purposely just to be annoying. If only people would learn English a bit better. Not that mine's perfect.
Did not create human beings. That's what you guys believe in.
God did not create human beings. God just showed
How do you
up
know?
as
How
human
do you
beings showed
know?
up. I can show you.
How do you know?
You want me to show you? Do you want me to show you?
No, you articulate to me. You
Do you want
articulate
me
to
to
me
show
how.
you? I
You
can actually,
articulate to me, please, don't overtalk me. You articulate to
Okay.
me how God did not create the universe.
Okay.
Please tell me.
Well, I can show you why God did not even create human beings. Which is easier concept.
No, Sick, I want you to tell me why God did not create the universe.
Okay, so let's look at the universe, right? We know the elements that were created when universe became into being, right? So we have hydrogen and we have nitrogen being the abundant elements. Why are we carbon?
Where did the elements come from? Where did the elements come from, Sick?
They were there before.
No. That is patently wrong. That is patently wrong.
They were there before.
That is patently wrong.
Okay, where did they come from? Where did they come from? Where did they come from? I say they were there, you say they were not there. Where did they come from?
Hang on. I'm having to move you down to the audience because you're conducting yourself like a teenager. Men debate, when they have a back and forth, adult men do not talk over the top of other men. They wait their turn. The fact that you're so excited and you have this passion, this burning obsession to talk over somebody, like somehow you talking over somebody is going to make your point more powerful, is so ridiculous, it's not funny. So, the fact is that the universe had a beginning. This is common knowledge. This is Science 101. This has been proven by the BGV theorem, Borde-Guth-Lincoln theorem, and this is accepted science. You can ask any scientist, even if they're an atheist, did the universe have a beginning, or has it always existed? Even secular atheist scientists will say, well, the evidence shows that the universe had a beginning. The other striking thing, I'll bring you back up in a minute, Sheik, just shortly, I'll bring you back up. The other striking thing is that right at the very beginning of the universe, there had to be four fundamental forces present: gravity, the electromagnetic force, and the weak and strong nuclear forces. There also had to be what we call the laws of logic. They had to be present right at the beginning of the universe. Now, the laws of logic are a description, they are a description of the fundamental properties of the universe. Now, science has got no explanation for how gravity came to be, how the strong and weak nuclear forces came to be, or the ontology of the electromagnetic force. And they certainly have no idea of the ontology of the laws of logic, which, as I said, are man's description of the fundamental properties of the universe. So I'm going to stop there, but I don't want to hear any nonsense about particles, elements always existing, because the science says they didn't. The science says the universe had a beginning. Once upon a time, there was no universe. Now there is a universe. This has been proven scientifically. Not by religious scientists, but secular guys. So I'll bring you up. There you go. So can you just jump out of the room and jump straight back in? I'm trying to bring you up, but you're not budging. Just jump out. Just leave quietly and then just jump back in. Then I should be able to bring you up. Sick, you've got to jump out of the room. Jump out of the room. Hey, Rob.
Hey, Gavin. Hey, guys. What's up? How you doing?